Welcome to another edition of the Business Personal Podcast, where we bring you closer to the people you do business with. And today we're bringing you closer to someone that helps make your life run a little bit smoother. We're excited to have Emily Dodds on with us. She's the owner and founder of Immaculate Home. And we're going to learn all about her and what led her to this point. So Emily, first of all, thanks for joining us in your busy day.
I'm thrilled to. Thank you for having me.
So it's a business and the personal podcast. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and you definitely you have an interesting story on what led you to Immaculate Home.
I certainly do. And thank you for asking. It all starts with Dylan, who is the love of my life, and he is now 19 years old. But when he was born, I was very young. I was a college dropout. I was raised more conservatively. And so in high school, I was in boarding school. And so I had never even had a job. And all of a sudden I'm 20 and I'm a mom, and I recognize that I better get my life together. And so, really quick rundown. I went to college 3 times. I got my cosmetology degree, and then I worked in health and wellness for 12 years. I got my bachelor's degree in leadership. Subsequently lost my job about 7 years ago, and then was unemployed in Northern Michigan, which is not the most ideal place on earth to be when you're used to sort of being an executive in the health and wellness and dermatological space. And so I decided that I was going to go back to school again and be a nurse. But in the interim, what I was really struggling with at the time, Dylan was 12 or 13, and I really needed to be able to buy back a couple hours of support every week. I needed something really part-time, really fractional, but I had like an extra $100 to give to someone every week. And that what I needed evolved and changed because my life was so busy. I was an aide at the hospital. I was in nursing school full time. Dylan was in middle school. He was playing 5 different sports. And all I really wanted or needed was someone that could like pick up my prescription or my dry cleaning, or, I didn't mind cleaning, but I hated vacuuming. So can you just come over and vacuum? And I couldn't find it. I went through a couple cleaning ladies. It wasn't enough. No one was as detail oriented as I wanted them to be. And so I started my own thing. I figured I can't be the only one who wants something like this, right? Or who needs just like a light lift of support, sort of like an executive assistant, but for my house. And so I created it. And here we are 7 years later. I did become a nurse. I was a nurse. I am still a nurse. I think it's God bless nurses. But this is really where my joy is. I love it.
Just a phenomenal story. And, that's why I do this podcast. I just think everybody has a great story to share. And I love bringing those to life. So yeah, it's the American dream, getting to where you are now. And
it is.
There's no doubt the need for your services seem to grow every day as our lives get busier and busier and busier. So just give our listeners and viewers an idea of what the experience is like with Immaculate Home and exactly what you do.
Sure. So we like to say that we are, if you're familiar with the term family office, persons of ultra high net worth on average have 20 to 50 employees that really help them in their financial space. And so think accountants and lawyers and stock traders and investment bankers, et cetera, et cetera. We offer a fractional version of that, but for your actual life. So I like to say that we're sort of the family office before the family office. So at the point in your life in which you recognize that your time is extremely valuable, that you can't do everything, and you're willing to give away the things that are high energy, low joy, we take off your plate. And I know that that's very broad, but that is sort of the point of Immaculate Home, is that it is very concierge. It's very bespoke. There's not a single client we have that has the same monthly schedule. And so we adapt to your life and we take all the things off your plate that you don't have time to do. I hope
And the
that's,
other, yeah. And the other thing I love about it, it's a great business model in the respect of it's a wide range of people that need your services. You know,
absolutely.
the high level executive business owner types, just the regular middle class family types. Just kind of explain how your services appeal to such a wide range of people.
Yes. And so we offer our services in sort of buckets of hours, if you will. So dependent upon your level of need, we offer 20, 50, and 100 hours a month of support. So when we onboard a client, we do a couple things that are really important. For those who want to opt in, we do the time audit. And we also have an energy drain assessment. And what that really helps us do is pinpoint the low joy tasks that we were talking about. I think almost everyone I know knows that they need help, but the hardest part is starting. And so it's just sort of a framework that gives us an idea of like, what is it really that steals your joy and your time? So let's figure that out first. Now, some people really know, and so we can just sort of bypass that process. But then we go into the home and we develop a business plan for the house. And I don't know how else to say that, except to say that we take, we do require initial cleaning. So think like, I'm going to take my car to the detailer and I'm going to drop it off for 3 days. We do the same thing to your house. Really next level, all restorative, tons of certifications. And then we make a household manual on your behalf. So think every appliance, serial and model number, every warranty, all your history of all your home maintenance. So like your HVAC and your sprinkler system, all in one place, which is pretty incredible because we want to set you up for success. So even when we're not there, are you thriving? That's what we want. I hope that answered your question. I know I kind of can go off on tangents sometimes.
No, that definitely did. And I can kind of envision this being like a home improvement project. You start with, oh, we're just going to remodel like this second bathroom. And then you get the contractor in your house like, wow, can you do this, this, and this? And it ends up being all these other things. Is that kind of the way it works with you, where someone tries your services out on maybe on a smaller scale and like, okay, that was great. Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this for me? And you end up taking so many more things off their plate.
Yes, a lot of the time. So a lot of times people call us to do we have a phenomenal reputation for our detail cleaning. It really does take days. It's really not, we take the filter out of your dishwasher and all the crazy things, right? That other people, we pull all your appliances from the wall. It's just really next level. You'd be shocked about all the places that we can use a steamer, but just a PSA, don't ever use a steamer on your floors. That's trending on social media, but like it's not trending in real life. Don't do that. I lost track. I get so excited that I lost track of what the question. Oh yeah. So, and we actually are starting to look at what it might look like to do like a try before you buy Immaculate Home. And so to offer sort of an intro package of 5 or 10 hours before you dive in deeper. Because what we don't want is for people to think, well, that's sort of beyond my reach. And so we can help you. I remember I was like, I just need like 2 hours a week. That's all I need. That's how I felt. And so I'm open to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So great thing about the podcast nowadays, Emily, is that anybody anywhere could potentially listen to this episode once we put it out there and make it searchable. But you can't service everybody everywhere. But just from a geographical standpoint, give our listeners and viewers an idea of what geographic areas that you cover.
Sure. And I want to preface that by we are expanding, and I'll tell you how we're going to sort of pop up in new markets after this. But we are primarily in Traverse City, but we go a pretty significant distance. And so we go an hour in any direction. And so we can go all the way to North Fort Point, Torch Lake, Elk Rapids, Sutton's Bay, Beulah. There's an incredible golf course out there. We have a couple clients. Most of our clients, again, are within Traverse City proper. The only thing that's important to preface is that we do charge for drive time. And so if you're 2 hours away round trip, then that is going to come out of your membership fee, because we pay really well. And I want the team to be fully supported. And even though it's drive time, it's important. So
And when I look at this, when you're explaining to clients the value of what you do, you're saving them in a lot of areas. You know, you're potentially saving them some money because you're making them more efficient in their job because they can pay more
Exactly.
attention to that. But you're also um, giving them better life experience. They can actually spend times. I forget the phrase you used earlier, but you're bringing joy back to their lives because you're taking some of those time sucking things out of their life that
Exactly.
don't necessarily bring them joy. Now they have this extra time they can do for things that they enjoy doing. So.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think what we haven't done very well in our society is um, put enough value on household and lifestyle work, right? And so when we look at the industry as a whole, it's the unpaid labor related to household management is $10.9 trillion a year. That's crazy. And if I can speak more to women, we're taking on a lot, and we feel like we have to do it all, and we have to cut that. I like see it visually and like cutting a loaf of bread like in half. We gotta get rid of that. It's not you shouldn't have to do it all, and you don't have to anymore. You don't have to. That's what I'm here to help people with. So it's okay to buy back your time. It's Dan Martell wrote a book about it. It's a good move. So
On that note, is there a success story that comes to mind that you want to share of someone that saw big improvements in their lives from you coming in and taking things off their plate?
all of them. Yeah, we do have to be pretty careful because our clients are incredibly private and excuse me, all protected under NDAs. But what we've seen is all across the board is the decrease in stress and the overall enjoyment in their life. And so it's hard for me, again, without sharing client data or, giving certain things away. But a lot of times, I will give you this example. A client moved up north, second property. So a lot of our properties are second and third homes that sit empty. And a lot of our properties are busy families that really need to buy back their time. So we service both. So they have their second property here, and lots of renovation is happening, and they're not here. And so it is, you can imagine how hard it is to run a project like that in a 5,000 square foot house without being anywhere near it. And so we provide oversight of those projects. So we find and source the contractors. We stand in for the deliveries. We meet the freight truck on site. We set up security systems. We walk the perimeter. We clean the house. We stock the fridge. So you show up, imagine this, like you have a second place, and we're not in the vacation rental market. So I want to preface that it's only private homes. But you have a second place, you're going to come up for the summer, and the first 2 weeks is just going to be work to get it ready. So imagine that we can do all of that, about 90% of it on average. We can get the sprinklers turned on and the pest control there, and we can make sure the HVAC is set up, and we can make sure, the fridge is stocked and your boat is in the water and ready. All of the things, we just want to take all we want you to do is enjoy your life. And a lot of times tasks just get in the way. And so here we come, and I hope that's specific and helpful enough. But part of the reason people love us so much is because we're like, we won't tell anyone, No. I'm not going to tell anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand the privacy part of it. And, some of it may not even be a monetary thing. It might be, you could tell the state of mind the client was in the first meeting, and you can see how their state of mind is as you've gotten into working with them, and you can probably just see the improvement there.
It's just relief is really what it is.
Yeah.
It's like emotional relief. Yeah.
Well, Emily, anybody that's still listening here is certainly very interested in your services and what you have to offer. So hopefully through this podcast, I can connect you, even if it's just one person that you can help.
Absolutely.
Worth our time. But what is the best way for them to get in touch with you and try to get started with the services?
Sure. So we do have a membership application on our website. It is, I was gonna give you the URL, but I don't want to screw it up. So if you go to myimmaculatehome.com, there is a membership tab, but you're also welcome to just contact me directly. I communicate informally all the time because, again, we are helping people live better lives. And I want to be easy to get a hold of. So my personal number is 231-944-4565. Shoot me a text. Let's just start the conversation. And consultations don't cost anything. So if you're just sort of looking for a way, even if you just want to, if you're not ready yet, but you just want to add value or start to learn how to outsource minimally, then we can help you through that process. Absolutely.
Fantastic. And you don't have to worry about memorizing all that stuff because I'll put it on the screen for you. So if you
good. Oh, good.
Okay. Made a mistake, don't worry. Just focus on the screen for anybody watching on YouTube. All the contact information is out there. So Emily, thanks again so much for taking out of your busy day, because you're busy just like everybody else is busy.
I am. Yeah.
And fitting this in, and maybe we'll have you on again down the road and see how things are going.
I would love it. Perfect. I love it.